Welcome back to our audience edition of Hannity. Now, while many think that the kids are going down to Florida, have some fun in the sun, they jet off for spring break, well, think again. Ainsley Earhardt, she was down in Florida, and she spent an entire shift riding along with the Bay County Sheriff's Department to see just how out of control things are getting. Take a look at this.
Yeah, night before last was quiet, it was chilly, and then all of a sudden it just, all hell broke loose. We had firearms every night, I think so far we've had firearms. Mike had a guy that had a gun sitting right under the armrest, and we know that it seems like this year everybody is more physical than in years past for whatever reason. So officer safety, stay out of the crowds, make sure that you're backing each other up. If we get way too crowded and we need to be more reactive, we'll pull you back out. You know, we're trying to force every aspect that we can as far as law enforcement goes, but there's sometimes that we are just outnumbered on the beach when you have 200,000-300,000 people partying. Some things you just can't get to, be it an officer safety issue that we can't get into the middle of the crowd and deal with something. Granted, if it is obviously an issue of life-threatening nature, we'll be there and we'll go in and we'll do what we need to do. So we pack in probably a year's worth of different crimes and issues and incidences in a 6-week period that, you know, usually could be spread out between a whole year of things.
So the same amount of arrests in the 6-week period, that 6-week period?
Oh no, our arrests go sky high. I believe last year's spring break we arrested close to 700 people in that 6-week operational period, and just last week we were already at 500, so I know we'll probably go over that amount this year. And anytime you get a few 100,000 students or tourists that want to come and party and relax and have a good time, one, definitely the alcohol is a huge issue.
Hey, how much you had to drink tonight? You couldn't tell me? Okay, well, do me a favor, go ahead and place your hands behind your back, okay?
Majority is alcohol related. Traffic crash or a DUI or fights and intoxication beyond their capabilities, and then you have the folks that will come in and prey on somebody that is inebriated, and then you have the robberies, and you'll have the sexual batteries.
We call them the 100-milers or 200-milers, the people that come in to prey on the college kids. College kids get drunk and scream and have fun, but we have all the other factors that come in that bring guns, that rape, rob, pilfer, and that's what we really have to deal with more than anything.
Do you see college students that are out here partying and they've partied too much and they end up dying?
It is unfortunate, but every year, unfortunately, we do work death investigations that can include alcohol poisoning, can include balcony falls, DUI accidents. It's very unfortunate, and we try and combat the problems that we see that might cause an injury like that, balcony climbing, for instance.
I know we had one balcony fall where someone fell like 8 or 9 floors and actually lived. He hit a tree, and every year that we have fatalities with that.
All right, we turn back to our studio audience. All right, Scotty, let me go to you. You heard about the 100-milers, 200. You have a group of people there from surrounding communities. They go in, they know the spring breakers are there, they're there to prey on them.
And that's completely wrong. But, Sean, here's the question. Being a parent today is hard. We cannot win. My niece was down there last week in Panama City Beach, and she was with her sorority sisters.
Seen any of the footage?
Trust me, she kept texting me going, oh, gosh, I hope, because Mom and Dad watch Fox News, so she was kind of scared she was going to be busted. But she's a good girl. She was down there with 16 other girls staying in a 2-bedroom condo with 1 bathroom. That was where the drama came from. They were good girls. I believe we're generalizing them, and they're good people. But parents today, we can't say no. Where parents before could say no, now you have to explain.
I have no problem saying no.
But that doesn't mean that your kids now are going to go behind your back and do it against you. You have to explain yourself. These kids are used to having conversations about it.
The problem that with parents
you
right
went
now,
to spring break. You were confessing. Where did you go?
I went to Acapulco and I went to South Beach. I did not do it like that. My clothes stayed on. I didn't drink where I couldn't. I probably had a drink or two. Okay, well, I wouldn't probably.
So in other words, you went before social media exploded.
It was, but thank goodness it was
ahead.
before.
Go.
No, but I think the problem is I think people are drinking in excess and people are doing things in excess because it's not like okay. You know, it's the same thing with overeating and dessert. I give my kids a piece of chocolate every morning.
But you get caught up in
and then
that
they don't crave
environment.
it all day long.
Everybody's doing Jell-O shots. Everybody's taking one of
But you have
these.
one,
Come
but
on, let's do a shot, right? Oh, come on, pressure. Go ahead, Tom.
To Denise's point, it puts resources on police departments and ambulance and hospitals that they're not expecting. The police are arresting the people who are abusing the law or breaking the law, and the kids who are being sick or could overdose at that point in time are taken to the hospitals. It's putting terrible resources or terrible strain on the resources of these areas.
They do not have the manpower. Todd Starnes.
Correct.
Oh, my God, this looked like a scene out of the movie Noah, all this debauchery. You know, back when I was a kid, you know, I was a good Baptist kid. We went up to Dollywood and did banana pudding shots. But seriously, though, there are a lot of young people out there that are not doing stuff like this. There are hundreds and hundreds of kids that are doing good things. Just last summer, they had a couple of hundred Southern Baptist kids over in Jersey building homes that were destroyed by Hurricane Sandy. So
I'm not worried about them.
Unfortunately, you know, we do, as someone just said, we sort of generalize here, but there are good kids out there doing good things with their spring breaks. But God help those. Look, those folks are doing stuff that.
Bill Cunningham.
John, one thing: Republicans are building the homes, Democrats are the drunks. And what Gavin said: look, men and women are equal, but we're different. We don't get pregnant, and we're a little bit bigger. So if I had a college son, I'd say, "Here's $100, have fun." Would you ever tell your daughter, "Here's $100, go have some fun"?
Sean.
All right. Before all hell, hang on a second. We haven't gotten Rick Unger. How many ladies want to respond to Gavin and Bill? Okay, we'll get to that. I promise. Rick Unger.
I feel like I'm at an old fogies convention. To the person down there who said spring break began in 1983 with the movie, trust me, spring break began long before 1983. That's number one. Number two.
By the way, for those at home, he is a liberal, so expect us.
And a
he
much
was
older
smoking
liberal.
pot in the 60s.
God, yes,
listening
I was.
to the dead.
Now,
Go ahead.
Sean, you and I both know what each other was doing when we were that age, and we survived. Sadly, some kids will not survive. That's a horrible thing. The police know they're coming for spring break. Most of these kids survive. Some of them get carried away. Most of them don't. Come on, you guys, they're going to be fine.
All right, we got to take a break. We're going to come back. We'll continue. And coming up, Ainsley is going to show us exactly what happens when your kids get locked up. It's literally like a dog cage. And the little hint we have, they have these portable jail cells. We'll show you that next. And we'll explain then later. The mayor, the police chief, the city manager of Panama City Beach, they're all here for an exclusive interview. And they'll respond for the first time on national TV to the controversial week-long series. That and much more. Are they proud of what's going on in their backyard? Straight ahead.